Kim. And we'll call the meeting to order for May at the Port of Authority for Oswego, New York. And we will start with our introductions. Pat, go ahead.
Pat McMahon, Port employee.
Stan Delia, board member.
Kim Natoli, Port employee.
Tom Schneider, board member.
Kitty Macy, board member.
John Carroll Smith, board member.
Connie Cosmento, board member.
Fran Enright-Ansoon, board member.
Okay.
I guess I need to introduce myself too.
Yes,
That's a
please.
wordplay, council report.
Thank you. And with that, we have our first agenda item is to entertain a motion to move to executive session to discuss personnel matters with council. Do we have a motion?
I'll move it.
Dan? Second?
Kitty?
Kitty? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Passed. So we are now in executive session. Thank you.
Go ahead.
All right. Okay. First agenda item is to approve the minutes of April 24, 2023 of our regular monthly meeting. A motion.
So moved.
John?
Second.
Stan? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Passed. All right, our administrative operational report, Pat?
Well, just got a couple things. As you all know from last month, we had to rent the 150-foot JLG to do some work on the silo. We were able to relocate the dust valve, so now it's no longer 130 feet in the air. We put it on a lower area of a platform, so now we can work on it just by going up onto the stairs and getting all that done. So that, hopefully that's gonna save us any future money for lifts. Our east side project that we just did down here by the new building, that just got finished. They redid the wall, filled it in, blacktopped it, new track, so that's ready to start receiving cars or aluminum down there. The West Pier project is still, I'm still waiting on bid documentation for that. Over at Global, over on the west side, they're prepping the sidewalks. They've already laid concrete down for the west side of the pier for the fingers for the marina. They're gonna be pouring more concrete tomorrow to finalize that section. And then they're prepping everything else, the walkways, like I said, and stuff like that to, for the next phase. As I told you guys last month, the LT5, the rope that you guys okayed to order has come in. They're hoping to get that over there this week to retie the LT5 up before their 20th event that they've got going on over there.
It's this weekend, isn't it?
Yes, it's this Saturday.
Yeah.
Yep, so if anybody wants to go over there and check out the vendors and, ride on the lighthouse, that's going on. So far this season, we've already had our first potash ship. It was here on April 28th. Our first aluminum barge was here on April 29th, the day after. Currently, I have a barge scheduled for tomorrow. She's coming in at 9:30 tomorrow morning. It's gonna be a quick one, it's only about an 8-hour shift. We have the BBC Washington is supposed to be here June 10th. Those are parts and stuff that are going to Rochester. I just got off the phone with David Marceau from Castello or Logistic. We have a vessel from Finland coming in June, but we have not really sat down too much and talked about all the parts that are coming off of that. In the middle of June or July also, I have a transformer that's coming in on rail. That'll be discharged from rail to truck going out to the nuclear plant. And our potash intake is coming next week. I've got 10 rail cars of potash coming in to put into my domes. So that's kind of a breakdown of, the simple stuff that's going on here. We're getting busier and busier, but we'll just keep rolling.
Sounds good. Any questions? Okay. Is this an appropriate time to read Bill's letter?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think so.
No, you need to read it into the record.
So if you would just, did you get this?
I put one there.
We'll do it that way, isn't it?
I'm just gonna read the first couple sentences. Please accept this report in lieu of my attendance of Monday's board meeting. I have a general practitioner appointment that I believe will travel time would make it impossible to attend. I have my surgery doctor's appointment to review my physical return to work on May 24th. And his report is beneath that statement, so if you have any questions, comments, feel free to do so.
Okay.
Right? It's pretty straightforward. All right, no motion on that one. Okay, agenda, administrative financial reports, primary and subsidiary. It's yours, isn't it, Tom?
Yeah, I'm not gonna, I went through all the reports, last month, being year end, I went through it a little bit more, deeply, but there's really nothing much to change. Got the first month of the new year, which is a little bit behind budget, but exceeds prior year. On a gross basis, on a net basis, it's just a 12,000 behind budget. So, otherwise, you've got a lot of cash, you've got your busy time of year just starting to catch up. There's really no judgments, I think, that can be made in of the April financials in terms of projecting out trends. A couple more months to see how we're going, see how the economy holds up.
Please. Okay, thank you.
Well, I've got a question, Pat. Obviously, revenue is based on the number of ships we have coming in. Can you anticipate, can you compare it right now to last year?
Well, the number of ships that were coming in will be less this year because we had the windmill projects last year, so with all the windmill parts that we had in. But I think the way we're looking, we're gonna have a good run where we're gonna have multiple projects going on. So I think this season, it's not gonna be as well as last year for all the personnel that'll be working out there. But in spurts, with all the ships that are coming in, we're gonna be able to keep a decent amount of people working.
Which is what Bill has also said too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, we're trying to keep everybody working as best as we can,
Good question. Do we have a motion to
Yeah, so
accept?
with that, I make a motion.
Thank you. Second?
Second.
Exhibit C1 and C2 under 2304.
Exactly.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Passed unanimously. And on to the chairman's report. Dan?
I really don't have anything more to put forward right now, to add to what has already been said, so.
Okay, committee reports, executive committee. Just a short, Pat and I went to the Micron Town Hall at Sheldon a week and a half ago, and it went well. So There were a lot of good questions, and report was well received.
You met with.
It was a town hall stand, and Pat and I were in the audience. And there were a lot of good questions.
But there were a lot of big answers.
I don't think there were answers to be had for some of them. I mean, you know, we can't predict for sure
Right.
with fact where people are gonna live.
Right.
Micron made its point that it's investing in the community, and they are supporting community activities in groups such as the YMCA and other venues. They need a strong community to support their business, all aspects of the business. And schools, YMCA's, health facilities, higher education. And so they made it known to the audience that they do indeed plan on supporting all the communities that are involved.
They've made a significant financial commitment to that support, which
500 million, is that the number?
I don't know the numbers, so I'll say it. But, you know, that number has to be matched also, which won't be a problem relative to my understanding of.
I think the number I heard was 500 million. I thought it was a lot of money, but,
It certainly sounds like a lot.
so I did not know about the match.
Yeah.
That needs to be by each group.
Unclear, but I sit on the Center State Foundation board, and they're, you know, active in making sure that match portion is met.
Makes sense. Nothing's free.
Did they mention at all doing counters through the port?
There was one comment, Pat, do you remember what it was? It was a question.
It was from one of the professors on campus, right? That one?
Right.
That asked if they were going to be utilizing the port, and they all said, yes, that's our primary goal, is to get everything that they can through here to, you know, get up there at an easier route. So that's a good thing.
And they told the audience that they had been here that afternoon
Yep.
to talk to us. It felt good.
Yes.
That's all I have. So Tom, you already did.
Yeah, there was no audit over finance committee held during the period.
All right. Governance, John?
No report.
And sometimes that's a good thing. Planning and development?
At the moment, I don't have anything to say. I said,
Can't understand why.
They took on their own.
yep, because I took on the role. Woo.
Connie, can I just add one thing before you move on? The audit will be starting, the auditors are communicating with me at this point, and they will be coming on site in a week and a half.
How long are they here for, Debbie?
They're usually on site just for a day or two,
All right.
but they do a lot of work. We do a lot of electronic sending
Okay.
back and forth.
So next meeting, maybe we'll have.
Okay.
Yeah, well, the next meeting is
Normally
the end of June because it is for the acceptance of the audited financials.
Okay.
Does this get run through the finance committee?
All right.
Yeah,
Thank
they
you for that.
present to the audit finance committee, and the audit finance committee then presents to the full board, and they might present to the full board also.
They usually do a modified
Yeah,
presentation to the
right,
full board.
the executive.
All right. Old business, do we have any old business? New business.
An eloquently written letter for the golf tournament.
Yeah.
Normally don't see them in such vibrant terms.
So is the opera asking us for funding? Or did we already do it?
Yes,
I believe they are.
I've been on the executive board of a Oswego Opera for some time, and our June golf tournament is one of our larger fundraising efforts. So all of us on the board, we each have about a dozen people, places, companies, corporations, people that we contact. And because I've been on the board of the Port of Authority here for a long time, they said, well, let them know what we're doing. So I sent this letter out in hoping for any kind of donation, any kind of support. I think one year there were lovely little gifts that went into every golfer out there. I don't play golf. People ask me what was my handicap. I said no talent.
Your knee?
Yeah, bad knees. Yeah, so usually though, I do sit with a good book to read, and I'm there for the person who gets a hole-in-one at the 10th hole. Nobody's done it so far, which is nice. So I just sit there and enjoy the air and the outside and the sun and all that. It's always been beautiful weather. So this year it'll be on Saturday, June 17th. If you're a golfer, I don't know whether the port would need T-signs. T-signs are usually for businesses that want to expand their business. I told David Dexter, Harbor Eye, now that they moved, this might be a good time to get their address out there to other people. So I don't really know what's going to happen. Who knows, maybe this year we'll hear an operatic aria somewhere on the course. Yeah.
It might still be, fun to have a T sign.
Yeah, well, sure, and anything, yes,
Except it's $100.
yeah.
I think it would be good to have our name on the tee.
I do too.
Oh, okay, sure.
Just,
So who has to put that forward?
So,
John,
I can do that.
is there a motion to donate
Yep, we can't do that.
$100 to the Opera Theater? Diane?
Yeah.
And I'll second it. It's conflict of interest for John to say anything.
For a T sign.
Yes, for
yeah.
Thank you.
Debbie, this would be 5
Yes,
05152305.
yes.
Okay. To donate $100. Any discussion?
There was a form that came with this.
We have the
T
form,
signs.
yes.
Okay, so somebody can fill that out?
Yep.
Okay,
Thank
thank you.
All right. No discussion? Any more discussion? I'm sorry. In favor?
Aye.
I'm noting two things, it's for economic development and cultural purposes, and B, John's abstaining.
Mhm.
And John did not vote.
Opposed? Abstain?
John abstained.
Okay, passed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other new business? No new business? And do we have a motion to adjourn? Diane? Second? Ian? In favor?
Aye.
Oh, wait a minute, excuse me. I'm sorry. We have to vote on the lawnmower.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So this would be 05152306. Is a motion to,
I make a motion to, it's at $8,749 or thereabout for the purchase of
Ferris.
a Ferris
Zero turn mower.
Zero turn mower.
Zero turn.
Yeah.
Second. Good idea.
Diane,
ASAP before it's.
John, any
I'll
discussion?
email that when I get done here.
Sounds like we need it, so I think it's a good thing.
All in favor?
All right.
Opposed? Abstained? Passes. Now we can adjourn. Any other new business before? I'm sorry, I missed that.
No,
Thank
it's
you.
all right.
Thank you.
Where's that motion again?
Okay. Diane? Dan? 5:31. All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Opposed? Passed.